Me, 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 me.
It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, Friday. Hey, friends.
Why is this here?
Oh, just because I thought it'd be nicer to have it closer to the other one.
Oh, I see.
Hi, everybody.
I see what we're doing here.
Happy Friday. How is your week going? Oh, you're in the screen, see?
You're in the screen. Hello.
Hi, everyone. Are you having a good week? Let us know where you are in the world and give us one word to summarize your week while we sing our Fan Friday theme song, okay? One word to summarize your week, and where are you in the world right now? Hey! It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, Friday,
Friday,
Friday, Friday. It's Friday, Friday. Let's have some fun now. What do you say? 'Cause there's nothing more fun than fun with the fans. Oh, Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, Friday.
Yeah.
Happy Friday, everyone. We got some people that we have had here before. On our Instagram, we can see who's watching, and on Facebook and YouTube, we can't see who's watching unless you type a comment.
Hello, bentornati
So, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, say hello in the comments.
Hello.
Chicago. Helen's word is strange.
Why is your week strange? Why is your week sad? Why is your week... What else do we get?
We got productive.
Oh, we got happy.
Unfortunate.
Why unfortunate?
Hello, everyone.
Hello. I have bedhead because I just took a nap.
He literally was sleeping until 3 minutes ago. But we're here. We're here. When did we start singing together? When was the first time we sang together? Our Christmas song we recorded? No. Before that.
I think the first time
Hello, Cheryl
that we
Lynn.
sang
Hello
together,
from Davenport.
the first time we sang together was
We got North Carolina.
the Wynton Marsalis tour.
That was the first time? We sang duets on stage and stuff before that, right?
No.
Really?
Since 2013.
So we've been singing together since 2013. And now we're here. Thank you for doing Fan Fridays. You are welcome. J Find C said, my week's better now that it's Fan Friday.
I'm sorry that if I seem sleepy, everybody. I've been awake since 6 a.m. teaching, and now it is 7.
We have very long days.
Yeah, I've been working at least 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. This might be my first week actually having a Sunday off for a long time. In a long time.
Greensboro. Is that North Carolina? Yeah, I think so.
Good question.
I miss the Broadway Princess parties too.
Was learning to sing difficult?
Was learning to sing difficult? There are things that are difficult but that's just because you haven't learned them yet. Like everything when you first learn it is difficult. But I think that the key is to not get down on yourself and to just expect that they call it a learning curve because there's a curve where it's like difficult for a while and then eventually it starts to become more they call it muscle memory, but it's actually myelin. It's like this stuff that wraps around your brain connectors that makes it easier for you to remember how to do something. So the more you practice something new, the easier it is for that thing to become what feels like a pattern that you're used to.
And it depends how much you want to know how well you want to sing. Like if you want to sing a lot of pop stuff and be like, you should see me. You got to know that learning curve is
longer than you expect.
Yeah, think more in decades and less in days. And then it'll feel like it flies.
Yeah.
But it takes it takes a minute.
Yeah. We have a question from Victoria. She said, hi, Arielle. I played Gabriella and Nina in my high school and high school theater productions.
Oh.
Woo! And Jasmine's my dream role. Do you have any tips?
That means you all are the same type. Are you a smarty pants? Aries a smarty pants. This is why she gets cast as all these roles.
My mom says that I get cast.
I say, too.
You both say that I get
Same.
cast as women who are very smart. Because
Same.
I can't hide how smart I am.
Same. Same.
I don't know. I don't think of myself like that, but I do play very smart characters.
Yeah, you tend to play people who have like intellectual struggles, and it's why Jasmine is a smarty pants, and
Have I ever gotten cast as? No, I have a really hard time playing characters that are ditzy or stupid or
yeah,
like not present or with it.
No, you don't. You have trouble with them.
I do have trouble with them.
Yeah, you play like very strong.
Taking off the shirt, everybody.
Smarty
Woohoo!
pants.
It's warm in here. Hello.
Now we match. Now we match.
So the question was, do you have any tips for Jasmine? I actually, when you asked that and you listed all those other characters, Gabriella,
I'm
Nina,
gonna sit in the kneeling
Jasmine.
chair.
Yeah, okay. I would say that but don't be afraid to play Jasmine a lot like Nina. Don't be afraid to play Jasmine.
What do you mean by a lot like Nina?
I mean, like, okay, so Nina has a depth to her. Nina in the Heights has depth. She struggles with letting her parents down. She wants to go out and explore, and I guess, she has a lot of expectations placed on her.
She's good at pole vaulting.
Not that. But she does have a lot of expectations placed on her, and so does Jasmine. So there is this internal drive to not want to let your parents down. And also they both fall in love with the bad boy, really. Like, not the bad boy, but in the Heights, Benny is the one that her parents don't want her to be with, and people look down on him because of his ethnicity, and in Aladdin, people look down on Aladdin because he's not, of the palace and he's not of the same status, and I guess there's that same thing. I feel like, people think
Yes.
Disney princess, you have to play it all Disneyfied, but you can let the world of the Disney music and the Disney story, let that do the work of making it feel Disney while you stay really grounded.
Yeah. That's good.
Thanks.
Oh, hello!
Hi, Lauren! We
Hi,
have Lauren
Lauren.
watching from Aladdin. She was our swing and my understudy for Jasmine on Broadway. Hi!
She is great. She is so great.
Fishy Doo. No, this is not pre-recorded. This is live. I should put a little overlay on the bottom of this corner on YouTube so people know. We are sitting here live every Friday
We are alive.
talking to you.
We're
Talking to you.
alive. Tired, but alive.
Angel!
Even if barely.
Hi! Hello! We have friends. Hi, Angel! Yes, we do this every Friday. We answer questions, we sing, we tell jokes. This is it's just connecting with you guys and saying hi. Every Friday we do this, 7 o'clock. I've started this a long time ago when I was doing Jasmine on Broadway. Angel said, now I just quit life and just to stare at both of you.
Okay, we also got a question on Facebook by
Yes.
my buddy Douglas Rao saying, you haven't aged since I knew you in 2008. How is that possible? Do you know what's funny, though? Is that when I started reading that, I read the comment first, so I assumed it was for Ari, because everybody always talks about how Ari doesn't age. But I will say, thank you.
You also haven't aged. Lauren, we are in New York.
I haven't not aged. I do have the same haircut, but if light hits it from the top.
Oh, but you always have changing haircuts.
But this was my hair when we met.
Oh, okay.
This was my same haircut
Where's
when
Quinn?
we met.
He's on there. He's down there.
And yeah, if the light hits it directly from the top,
Yes.
it runs a little thinner than it used to, but there's still a little something there. Papa still got a little something.
What does that mean? Something what?
Huh? What?
There's hair there, you saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't know. I eat well and wear sunscreen.
Yeah.
I'm plant-based.
Sunscreen is very important. Do I have sub-bots? Nope, I don't have any sub-bots. Those are all people who like our stuff.
Nikki says, I remember when these used to be only 15 minutes. How did we survive that?
This is true. So when I first started doing Fan Friday backstage on Broadway, it was only 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops. And that was because it was right before I was going on stage. So I had to wrap it up. And now that we're not in a show, it's a long time. It goes pretty much as long as we have questions and want to talk about stuff.
Ooh, we got a good question from
Rose Taylor
on YouTube. I want to play a princess on stage, but I'm wheelchair bound, which makes things difficult. Do you have any advice for me? Princess is the leader of a country. FDR was in a wheelchair when he led America through World War II.
Yeah. Princess means people bow down to you. If you're stuck in a wheelchair, don't worry about that. You just play the character, be you, and let the show work around you.
Yeah,
They're gonna make it work for you. If they want you in the role, they'll make it work for you.
Yeah, don't worry about that. You do your thing, and yeah, remember that people wind up getting cast because of energy and what they bring. So if there's a role that you're passionate about, then go ahead and do that.
Yeah. What else have we got here?
Oh, we got a question.
Have you two ever gotten stage
fright?
Stage fright? Like that? Well, it's never completely stopped me from going on stage, but it has affected my performance. For sure. There are times when even for just regular auditions where I felt so, what's the word, where you're watching yourself the whole time and you're kind of freezing and you're stalling and you're just not very quick to respond to things.
I don't know if there's a word for it. Is there a word for it?
I don't know.
I don't know. But I think I had stage fright for several years, but I guess growing up I did get stage fright. I got stage fright with playing saxophone in front of people, even though I was real good. I was like naturally kind of breezy and good at that, but I got nervous about that. I did not get stage fright about acting or singing. But then in 2007, I had a deviated septum surgery go really, really bad, and it like destroyed the inside of my face, and I couldn't sing anymore. And after that happened, I did get crazy stage fright.
Yeah.
Because I was starting to bleed several times every day.
You guys should read his latest Instagram post.
Oh yeah, I wrote about it in my latest second to latest Instagram post. The one of me singing. So because of that, I was always worried that I was going to start bleeding on stage. I couldn't perform from 2007 to 2013. And in that time, I had major stage fright, but it wasn't because I was nervous about performing. It was because I was nervous about bleeding in front of everybody. And then basically as soon as that got solved, no. But if you have stage fright, remember that that's just that your body has like an ancient survival system that is based on panic and fear to keep you alive. Your body is running on like a 150,000-year-old brain that doesn't know that dark outside doesn't mean tigers, and it doesn't know that mass approval from people doesn't mean that you get ostracized and left out. Because of that, our brains are designed to keep us basically afraid. It's why kids are scared of the dark. It's because it's an ancient evolutionary thing that tells us that there's large predators hiding in the dark because we are daytime animals, and what's out at nighttime? Large nocturnal predators.
So this brings me to something I was going to talk about this week, because the reason we get so nervous when we're in auditions or performing is because we're so afraid that people are going to judge us, right?
But that's not even really it. It's that our brain, like people think that they're intelligence machines, but they're really pattern finding machines. And so they're like justification machines. So we have a fear of anything unknown because of this ancient survival thing that tells us we're going to die. And then before we go into a room, we're like, oh, we're feeling this. I guess it must be logical. What is it? And then we create a story around it. And we're like, I think it's because we're worried about being judged. And then we hold on to the story, but it's not the original thing at all. The real way out of that stuff is to get perspective about whether or not you're actually going to die from this.
No, yes, you're not going to die.
Because that's really what your brain thinks. Your brain is like...
Your brain thinks you're going to die every time you step out on the stage or into an audition
If you haven't done it, the reason that stage fright goes away is because of the experience of when I go on stage, I do not literally die.
Yeah, the more you do it, the more experience you get, the less nervous you get. But that's definitely true.
That's why.
Allison said, I guess you have to take a leap in the dark. Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so you gotta get up in front of people. If you have stage fright, let's say if you want to sing, then I recommend start singing in front of people. Period.
Yeah,
even if it's like, even if it's like videotapers. Sometimes just videotaping yourself will be stress-inducing for people that have a lot of stage fright. So videotape yourself singing a song that is 2 minutes long, but full out up for your parents or for whoever's in the house with you. Like, ask them if they will be your audience. Make it a thing.
Or you can join a singing competition, like the one I'm judging for Broadway World.
That's big.
Oh yeah, that's big.
That's big, right? If you go on the early on thing, this is from Bulletproof Musician.
Oh, okay.
Is just start giving yourself exposure, and the more that you start finding like, oh, nothing bad happens, oh, nothing bad happens, oh, nothing bad happens, then that makes you relax more, which makes you better, which makes you which lets you have more fun up there, and then you're like, oh, I had fun, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That's the rec there.
Stephanie says, I tape myself when I dance.
Yeah, taping is everything. Taping is everything. Oh, we have a new question thing. We have no questions. We have no questions.
Okay, so one thing that I was going to say, especially for new performers.
Oh, what is it?
Is something that I brought up this week during the Broadway World competition that I'm judging.
Ooh.
Angel said, so Angel is an incredible artist and actor and model and interviewer and extraordinaire. She says, if you're already physically on stage, pick a point in the distance to stare at to avoid eye contact.
I've been on stage where I've had to have I've had to do a lot of direct eye contact with the audience because I played Hamlet and Usnavi 3 times. It's actually pretty liberating to be like, all right, just people.
To look at them in the eyes?
Yeah. I mean, oftentimes, I think one of the big problems about how people talk about stage fright is that they talk about it, they talk about how we explain it, which is I have stage fright. And this is as somebody who like had a panic attack on stage once because of this. And like my arm was falling asleep and I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And I like almost passed out. So I've had it before, you know what I mean? And the result of it was like, was that I started thinking, oh, I have stage fright, I have stage fright, I have stage fright. And then I started researching more. I was like, oh no, my brain is confused. It literally thinks I'm going to die. And as soon as you start justifying it as you have stage fright and here's what you do about stage fright, it makes it worse. It's
right, because then you're saying that it is stage fright.
You're saying it's legit, right? Like if you tell yourself, if you're scared because you think that there's a tiger in a room and you're uncomfortable going into the room, if you're like, well, there is a tiger, so what you do is when you see the tiger, what you do is, but there's no tiger on stage. There's no tiger in front of camera. The helpful thing is telling yourself all the time, there's no tiger, there's no tiger, there's no tiger, not preparing yourself to fight the imaginary tiger because it doesn't work well because you're still telling yourself there's a tiger.
And Melody says, I totally agree on connecting with the audience. I think the connection eases my nerves.
Yeah, because you realize it's a human and nothing.
And I had to do that when I did Between the Lines. It was my very first time playing a role where I had to be a narrator. So I had to talk directly to the audience. And I will say there are some people who sit there and you just think that they're so bored and that can really like make you clam up a bit. And then there are other people who like look so engaged and that really helps you loosen up. So it can go either way if you're looking directly out there, but you just have to find the people who are smiling.
I always found during Usnavi, during the opening number, I would try and find one grumpy person in the audience. or a couple of them. And then whenever Nina is singing Breathe at the bodega, I would be able to look out and see what's in the street. So I could look out directly into the audience, basically, and I would find those people that still looked grumpy, and I would be like, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you smiling.
And you make it a game for yourself.
Yeah. There was only one time where I didn't get them, where at the end they were like, and I was like, well, I don't know why you're here.
Not my fault. You're having a rough
I don't know why you're
day.
here. Yeah. Oh, we got a question. Do you any Queen songs? And if you do, which is your favorite? Probably Somebody to Love song.
I like Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody's legend.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody's legend. Queen is awesome. Yes. Yes. This is true. The audience wants you to succeed and channel the connections with them. Boom. Did you have any stuff you wanted to talk about this week?
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about?
Well, I was getting to that.
Oh, go. Get into it.
When I was doing the Broadway World.
What's the Broadway World thing?
Okay. For those of you who don't know.
For those of you who don't know.
BroadwayWorld.com.
BroadwayWorld.com.
Is having a singing competition for high school students.
High school students.
And for college students.
And college students.
And I am one of the 3 main judges.
3.
For the high school division.
Judging.
So we watched clips of the contestants. We're in the top 10 right now. We went from top 15 to top 10, and every week they cut 5 or 3. I guess it's top 3 and then top 5, top 3 is next. But we all the judges are from different Broadway shows, and it's me from Aladdin and Wicked and In the Heights. It's Kyle Taylor Parker from Kinky Boots. He starred in Kinky Boots, and it's Brittany Coleman who starred in Wicked as Glinda. So it's really, really interesting for me to hear all the different perspectives when people talk.
Brittany Coleman's your friend.
Oh, yes. Not Brittany Coleman. Sunny Brittany is her Instagram handle, but I don't remember her last name right now.
Oh.
Different Brittany. Anyway, one of the things that I brought up this week is how amazing it is to see young performers or any performers who have gone past the fear and nervousness and watching themselves place to a place of no apology.
No apology!
This is something he loves too. And I brought it up this week.
No, because of me?
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
No apology. There comes a time when you have been performing for long enough. Yeah, Sunny Brittany. What's her last name? I don't know why I'm blanking right now. So there comes a time in your career, I think that after you've been doing a lot of shows and performing a lot, and that's why it's not normally there for young artists, and it's normally there for older.
Johnson.
Brittany Johnson. Okay, great. Thank you. So there comes a time when you stop apologizing in your performances and in your auditions, and you just go in there, and you are so in yourself and in your body, and you're so present that you're not watching yourself because you're not worried about what they're going to think. And that's what I think everyone's trying to get to. And when you can get to that place, eventually you will, if you do enough performing and have a lot of experience doing it, then you've moved past the nerves and you kind of get to a new place in your performing. It's really fun. It's really fun when that happens. But Brittany Johnson. Yeah, Brittany Johnson. When you get to that place, it's like you just feel so relaxed and you feel like you can just be your character. Or be yourself being that character, right? Because it's just about making it personal for you so that it's more personal for them. By them, I mean the audience. Stephanie Kim says, my boyfriend has a question. He's wondering if you had advice of how to stay in tune. He's great at voiceovers, but he struggles with the singing part. How do you stay in tune if you're struggling to stay in tune?
Ear training.
JJ's back. Yes. Is that the end of the answer? Ear training?
Yes.
So one thing that another thing that we think about when we're singing or when we're teaching, because we both teach singing as well.
Yes.
Is try to imagine that the notes are closer together.
Say.
I'm going to play this thing. Play this game. We have this piece of paper.
Oh, the piece of paper of destiny.
So we have this piece of paper.
Do you have a laser pointer?
Yeah.
Do we have a laser pointer?
No, not
We
a real
couldn't
one.
get a laser pointer because of how often we do this.
I know.
Should I do the thing?
Yeah, you could show them.
Alright, hello.
He's going to explain this.
Everybody, the reason I'm very quiet today is because I'm very tired. So my brain is working very slowly, but I'm here, okay? The show must go on.
You don't know that. That's from
Y'all don't know
musical
about it. Y'all don't know about that action. What you know
new
about
musical. Yeah.
it? Okay, so the show must go on.
The show must go on. It's a new musical by Taylor Lowerman, Hannah Klepper.
Hello. Okay, so there's two ways about thinking about the notes, okay? I'm tired, but I'm here because I love you all. So I'm doing my best, okay? So
He's here.
here's
He
what
woke
I'm
up from his nap for
yeah,
you.
I'm
for
here
you.
because I love you. I'm really tired. I have not slept in a week, but I'm here. Okay? Like, not all of me, but some of me.
Mm-hmm.
As much of me as can be here is here. And some of my brain is going, I'm like, brain, say the things, 3, 2, 1. And it's going, but that's so, hence, I'm not as talky and silly and stuff. But
Yes.
here's the thing.
A little more subdued, JJ, today.
A little bit subdued. This is me today. I don't know that face. I don't know that face. Okay.
Singing.
Singing.
Staying in tune.
That's the end. Okay, so we have this thing. There's 3 ways that you can think about notes. So let's say we're going to have Arielle do the 3 notes. I'll do it. You do it, me do it.
I'll do it. Just tell me what to do.
Can you make them separate or can you only sing them close together?
You should do it.
Okay. So let's say there's these 3 notes. Bing, 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 right? Lots of times people are going to go, ha, 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 ha.
And it feels
like the notes are really...
It feels like the notes are so far
like
apart
they're incredibly far away.
every time.
Yeah, like I'm going from here to here and it feels like going, before I get to the note. Like it takes me forever to get up the notes, right? The other problem though, and this is how most people sing. Ha 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 ha. They sing like everything's real far away.
Yeah.
The problem with that is, one, it makes you mad pitchy. The other thing is that the voice can't keep carrying up because so this is a note that I can literally sing over an octave higher than. But watch, if I do it this way, this note's gonna sound high for me. That
sounds high, yes.
Do you believe that I can hold that out on stage beautifully
No.
and that I can go much higher?
No, I definitely don't.
Right? Right. Because you can't if you sing it like that. So you can either do it. Imagine that this is a little laser pointer.
Okay.
And that equivalent of this far apart, and this far apart in my chest voice, E flat above high C.
What's the highest note he can hit?
E flat above high C. So like if this is like Pavarotti, famous high C and C sharp, if you go D, E flat is the highest note.
Yeah, he has a very high voice.
Yeah, but I can also sing, I have about 3 octaves and change in my chest voice. So like from like C below the middle one, but that's cracky. No, I just said I was just sleeping.
He just woke up from a nap.
There's videos of it on Instagram. Go search.
Okay.
But so let's say that the notes are this far apart, right? If you think about them, like I need to shine the laser pointer through this spot, and through this spot, and through this spot, and it's journeying very, very far, right? That's what's going to get you that result. Everything is very far apart.
That's not what you want to do.
It's not what you want to do. The other way you can do it, though, is imagine that the laser pointer, that you have one hole that's right in the middle, and that you're just going to tilt it. And that you can hit all of the notes in the entire range, just through a feeling of like a tiny feeling of tilting, but everything going through the same space. For example, if this is a half note, that's all. Hold on. So if I go, feels very, very that's very feels far apart. But if I go right, it sounds like they're almost the same note.
And you could, if you can feel what that feels like when the notes are so close together, the goal is to maintain that sensation when the notes are farther apart. So it just feels like you're going from here to so that they're very close to each other.
Yeah, so if I go...
You're just tilting your laser beam.
If I do this way, if I go... I can't sing very high, but if I do it this way... I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah. I'm going to do the world's fastest warm-up. Ha! Ha! Then it's no problem. That's going high. But it's because they all, when you do that and it all sounds very, very easy, it's because I'm trying to make it all very, very close together. Sorry, I had to do a very fast warm-up because I was sleeping. So
you remind me of music teachers.
We are music teachers.
We teach singing.
Yeah, I play 11 instruments and I conduct orchestras and we teach voice together. But so yeah, that's the thing to go.
Yes. So explore in that direction. Make those notes feel like they're closer together, and that will help you stay in tune.
Oh, people say, why did I push my cheeks in? Usually, if my voice, for me, I just know this about myself habitually. If my voice is not awake, one thing that's usually happened right away is that my jaw's gotten tight while I sleep because I used to clench my teeth a lot when I sleep. So if I go like this, like if I try, I know that if I try and find the space to feel the indentation for like these fingers between my teeth.
Oh.
Right. Then if I do that and then I feel like
you drop your jaw.
Yeah, and try and keep it relaxed as I do that.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna wind up getting me to that place to go. But it's up.
Yeah, Angel said, do you give private singing lessons? Yes.
Same.
Yes. We do teach.
Yeah, we do teach. You can write her at.
Write to me at coach with Arielle at gmail.com.
At gmail.
.com. .com. How do you read musical notes? Take a class.
Take a class.
I've taken. We both studied music, and I was a music major at college. But even before that, I was in a choir, and so in high school choir, they teach you what the different notes mean. So if you take a class, or if you're ever in a choir, you learn to play piano. Something that shows you what the different notes mean. You'll learn a lot. I'm not very good with that. I'm not good with playing piano, but I can do some things.
Okay. Favorite Broadway performers to watch? We got a question. Other than each other. Obviously, we can't say anybody that's working all the time right now. So, Angela Lansbury.
Why can't we say anyone working now?
I don't know. We'll say people who are some favorites. So, all kinds of people. Many people. We're fans of lots of people. But
many people. I always say this. Stephanie J. Black. I love.
Oh, yeah?
Love watching her perform. Favorite Broadway performers to watch other than each other?
Lansbury is my favorite of all time.
Lansbury is amazing. There are so many. There's gosh. All of the Elphabas that I performed with in Wicked. Like Carolyn Bowman and Cara Lindsay as Glenda. And she's in the Newsies movie. Cara
Lindsay is very special to watch perform in whatever she's in.
Very special.
Norbert Leo Butz and Brian Darcy James are really something. My buddy Matthew Janice is really, really something to watch.
Yeah.
There's lots of brilliant performers.
Can I whistle? I can whistle, but very, very, not very well. I can only whistle like 2 notes. That's 3. That's the only range I can whistle in. It's the lowest note. It's the highest note. That's it. It's not very good.
Is it good? That's good. That's fine. Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No.
What
I
about-
can sing a song though.
Oh, Arielle's going to sing a song. This might be a short...
Oh, there is something that I wanted to talk
What?
about because it's going to lead into the song. The other thing that came up this week that was so important to think about if you're a performer. How to raise your internal conflict. So they're always...
You've been talking about this with the Broadway World people?
Yes. You know how they always say raise the stakes? And you know how they always say like play against the music or play against the emotion? I don't know if you guys have heard this. But what I think is playable is to think about how to raise the internal struggle within yourself so that you have to keep talking it out. And that's why a song where you have a lot of internal conflict or you're playing, like, say the song is very frustrated, but you can't just play it frustrated the whole time. You have to play the opposite of that. Find what is the opposite of that within yourself. If it's the love or the hope or the thing that you would be the opposite, so that you can really be dragged back and forth emotionally.
You have a song for it?
I think so.
Do it.
Okay. Let's see.
I don't know if any duets are going to happen today, y'all. I have been very vocally tired because for the last 4 weeks I've been working 7 days a week, 12 to 15, 16 hours a day. So my voice is very tired and I'm very tired, but she's going to sing.
Yeah, so this might be a very short Fan Friday. Not short, I mean, we've been here almost 40 minutes, but shorter than normal.
So I can go sleep.
Anyway, this song that I have sung for a very long time,
Oh, that's a good one.
I really like this one because it really does showcase the playing against the emotion and the internal struggle of your character. So you always want to try to find, like, what is the character saying and what are they feeling, and could those be opposites?
I shall clear the stage.
Okay. He's gonna roll away on his rolly chair.
Just roll away.
Okay.
Just
so,
roll away from me.
I haven't sang this one in a long time, but let's see how it goes. Ready? Oh, that's too quiet. That is too quiet. That's too quiet. Okay.
Facebook can still see me here off screen.
Yes, they can see your hands.
That's okay.
Here we go. It's too loud. Jenny's afraid of water. I mean, she swims so well, but still, she's afraid of water. So she won't go near the sea. Not me. And Katie's afraid of darkness. I mean, she sleeps and all, but still, she's afraid of darkness. So when the lights are out, she has to hold my hand. I don't understand. I'm not afraid of anything, be it mountains, water, dragons, dark, or sky. I'm not afraid of anything. Tell me, where's the challenge if you never try to watch me fly? I'm not afraid. Daddy's afraid of babies. I mean, he got through me, but now he's afraid of babies. Guess he's scared of what they'll be. Not me. And Mama's afraid of crying. You know, she tries to hold it in, She's afraid of crying. And she can look at you with tears stuck in her eyes. And I don't know why. I'm not afraid of anything, be it growing old or going out of style. I'm not afraid of anything. Who would give up what they want without a trial? Another mile. I'm not afraid. And I hear the calling of adventure, and I hear the ringing in my ear. The lights are glaring, trumpets blaring. I'm right here. And I hear the calling of tomorrow, and I feel the stirring in my bones. And David loves me. He's afraid to hold me. Listen to the calling of excitement. Can you feel the pounding in my heart? The lights are ready, pulse is steady. I can start, never stop the calling of the challenge. Blessing on the water and the stones. And David loves me. He's afraid to tell me. David loves me. He's afraid to trust me. He's afraid to hold me. And he'll always be. He's afraid of me. And I'm not afraid of anyone. I am sure to win with anyone at all. I'm not afraid of anyone. Not a soul alive who can get behind this wall. So let them call and watch them fall. 'Cause after all, I'm not afraid.
Yay!
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you. Thank you. So that's one of my favorite songs to sing, and I started singing that in college. That's from the musical Songs for New World, written by the incredible Jason Robert Brown, who also wrote Bridges of Madison County and The Last 5 Years. So, yeah, Songs for New
I
World.
posted a Jason Robert Brown song this week.
Which? Oh, from Bridges of Madison County.
Bridges.
Yes, you did. He sang. You can look on JJ's Instagram for a clip, a little clip of another song from a Jason Robert Brown musical. So, but I wanted to sing that song because I really love how the words are like, I'm not afraid of anything, but inside she's so afraid. So it really showcases how you can really go the opposite of what the words and the music is telling you to do. Oh, look! My family watched in California.
Hello!
Hello! Hello, Andrew, Stephanie, Glenn and Audrey, hi. Such a fun song.
Oh, we got all the questions now.
Oh, we got some questions on Instagram. Okay. Can we be friends? Yes.
Yes.
What's the hardest thing on playing Nessa other than the wheelchair? Okay, so when I played Nessa Rose on Broadway in Wicked, I have talked a lot about playing Nessa and having Nessa neck, where my neck had a lot of stiffness and soreness. The other what are the hardest challenges of playing Nessa besides the wheelchair is I don't think it's hard. I think it's fun to really play the two how different she is in Act 1 and Act 2.
Oh yeah, two Nesses.
There are two Nessas. There are really two Nessas in Wicked on Broadway because Act 1 she is one kind of person, and in Act 2 she is like happens in the years later, and you don't know what's happened in between. You go to the future, and years later she's just a different person. So that was a really fun thing. I think it was a challenge of like transformation.
So she goes from being like a very, very like sweet girl that everybody feels sorry for and is insecure, and then in the second act she's like a scary, scary dictator.
Yes. Scary dictator. Yeah, her transformation. Totally. And the other thing is just staying yourself as like not having any vocals. Like there's a lot of vocal challenges as Nessa in Act 2 when she's a scary dictator.
Yeah.
she's screaming at her sister. And 8 times a week screaming on stage on Broadway can be hard.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I got a question. How does the Bach transformation work? So Nessa reads an incantation, but it's the wrong one, so it shrinks his heart. And then Elphaba needs to try and save him, but it's only by turning him into another thing. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out. But that's why the transformation happens. So there's 2 spells, and that's
if you've not listened to the musical Wicked or seen it, you need to. You need to.
Yeah, so that's how it happens. It's the two spells.
That was really helpful.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, yes, it was Alfie's magic.
Yeah. Okay, any more questions? Let's see.
Oh, all the questions.
Can we have Fan Friday as a ringtone? I need to make that happen. I think we can. I'm going to figure it out. Another quarantine project I can do.
Okay, we got a question. If you can go back in time and see any Broadway show, what would you choose?
I think I know the answer. For me.
Say it on 4. 1, 2, 3.
Company.
Really?
I mean, I've never seen it. So I just feel like if I saw the original, I'd be like, oh, this is amazing. Because I love the music and I love the story. I don't know.
That's an interesting choice.
Really?
Yeah, because there's like all the legendary performances you never got to see, and you would not want to go back and see one of those.
Like what? Can you tell me?
Len Carrier and Angela Lansbury and Sweeney Todd.
Well, yeah. But I think we probably can go to Lincoln Center and see these.
I think it got recorded.
What?
With George Hearn. That's the one that was released.
Oh.
It was only after Len was gone.
Oh, yes. Rose? Yes. Yes. She said, Wicked was my first Broadway show. Was it hard to control the wheelchair on the track?
Yes.
The wheelchair... Okay. The stage is raked.
That means
it's slanted towards the audience.
And that doesn't mean it has paws like this. It's like this.
It's slanted towards the audience, which means every time I go across the stage, I have to double time one wheel and slow down the other wheel as I push it. Because no one's pushing me. I'm pushing myself. I'm wheeling myself around.
It's a big.
It was hard.
You know what's funny is that wheelchair, like they could make it look big and heavy and have it be made out of lighter stuff. It would be pretty easy for them to do, but instead it's like a big beast of a chair.
That's true. So this is the other thing. They made this old antique-looking chair from like the 1700s. It's supposed
and
to be.
And they were like, it should be made out of stone.
It's so heavy. I think it is legit an antique. Because it's so heavy. And then they get these little tiny girls to play Nessa. She's supposed to be frail. And they get these little girls with little arms to push this heavy chair.
Well, we got a lot of people saying shows that they wish they could have seen.
Aladdin?
Oh, Aladdin.
Tuck Everlasting, we saw that.
Beauty and the Beast, Newsies, In the Heights, Anastasia, Tuck Everlasting, Anastasia. Saw them all. Those are good choices.
Really good choices.
Those are really good choices. We saw original cast of all those. Those are all epic shows. Okay, what do we got? Yeah, we're sleepy, so we're relying on your questions. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Oh.
I'll fix it.
Oh.
There we go.
Go all the way up. Boop.
I've never been in Suddenly Seymour. Suddenly, somebody asked me that.
Anything you've learned during your childhood that has stood out that you work in your
that you use in your work now. Any
Anything
advice?
that you learned? More advice than technical.
Oh,
Is there
anything you learned during your childhood that stood out to you that you use in your work now?
Yes.
That I use? You learned during your childhood that you use?
Yes.
You have an answer?
Yeah.
Okay, what?
Identity is essentially an illusion.
Oh. Just going right deep there. Okay.
I mean, I think I thought that for the first time in the 2nd grade, and that's helpful as an actor. Like, this is really how I am, but identity is also essentially illusory in nature, since if the situations changed drastically in lives, you'd see drastically different versions of people. So I learned that very, very young, is that, and also because I went to 13 schools growing up, I think. I went to so many different schools growing up. So it became very clear very quickly, in needing to reintroduce yourself all the time, that a lot of people, I knew some other people that switched schools a lot, and that chose to bring their baggage with them of people used to pick on me and think this about me, so that's who they are, so they would bring it to the next school. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I realized that early on, and most people are doing this in life and don't realize that they're doing it. But I realized that if people were like, "What's your name?" and I was like, "Ferdinand," and they were like, "What do you do?" and I'm like, "I'm a spy." People would basically be like, "Oh, hello, Ferdinand the spy."
So you have infinite possibilities. You can always reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
I think the one thing I learned...
Biography is not destiny.
Be nice. Because... Be nice because you're always going to be... Your reputation precedes you.
Oh, it does. You learned that when you were little.
Yeah, from my dad. My dad taught me about reputation and how it can...
That's awesome.
Really affect your career. So... And I think that... I don't think about it now. I'm not going around being like, oh, I gotta make them like me so that they talk good about me. Not thinking things like that, but I think I just realized that my dad taught me that people will label you, and you can't stop that. So as long as you're nice and you have self-respect, then that's going to just it's going to help you in your life, but also helped me in my career.
Like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson says, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Yeah.
Famous words by DJ.
So I think that was a really good question.
That was a great one. That was a great one.
That was a great one to end on. I think we might end our Fan Friday a few minutes early. So if you want to sing our Fan Friday theme song, now's your chance. Hey, it's
no,
too
we're gonna
quiet.
do it again.
We're
Gotta be more.
Okay. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. It's Friday, Friday, Friday. Friday, Friday. It's Friday, Friday. Let's have some fun now. What do you say? 'Cause it's nothing more fun than
Friday, 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 Friday.
It's Friday,
Friday. Woo! Oh, I thought you were gonna do it.
Ooh.
That's nice.
Okay, thanks.
Woo! I like that you did the break. Because I'm always connecting. I would always go, woo! But you said...
Woo! What did I do?
You said, woo!
Yeah. Woo! All right. Yes, we will make a ringtone or something for you guys. Thank you for tuning in with us this week for Fan Friday. We always love seeing you every Friday, where we chat, we talk things out, we think about things, we perform for you.
We talk. We do silliness. We do general silliness. I sing things also sometimes more in Miami, but less now. But it's because I'm talking so much during the day.
Yes. But thank you so much, and we will see you next week for Fan Friday. Yeah.
I am going to get some sleep because I am teaching again in the morning.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Good night. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Bye.
We love y'all.